Hello, water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. This is a general reading for water signs. If it resonates with you, take what does, leave what doesn't. If it don't fit, don't force it. Just relax and let it go. My name's Serenity. If it don't fit, don't force it. Okay? Because not everybody's going to be going through the same circumstances, and this is a general reading. Somebody could be dealing with a Virgo, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But at the bottom, you do have the Lovers. It does represent relationship, choices, and harmony, but it can also indicate dilemmas, okay, in love or personal value for somebody here. Because it does speak about inspiration, motivation, love, beauty, action, commitment, choices, and unity, okay. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. Some of you are dealing with a Pisces or water sign. But it's failure to give oneself a lack of sacrifice here. Somebody's letting go of somebody they love. Because secrets are coming out regarding a marriage or a job for some of you. Somebody might have to choose between two jobs or between a relationship. But the love is here. It does represent relationship and choices and harmony, but it can also indicate dilemmas in love or your personal values right now. Okay? With the Hermit, it suggests isolation, withdrawal, or difficult finding inner wisdom. Perhaps you're avoiding unnecessary self reflection right now, here, water signs, when you need to make a choice. Okay? Somebody's suppressing their emotions. Okay? It does signify indecision here. Okay? Being stuck between two choices or avoiding confrontation, somebody is. Somebody's definitely in denial. Okay? Could be dealing with a Libra. Some of you it's a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Some of you it's a Virgo or Earth sign here. Okay? Together here, it may indicate a situation where emotional clarity is needed, but introspection is being resisted here for somebody here. There could be a choice in love or personal matters that feels overwhelming. This could be leading to some form of avoidance rather than resolution. It might be time to face emotions honestly and seek balance between heart and mind right now here, water signs. Okay? That's for somebody here because somebody's in denial regarding how they're feeling. Okay. For some of you, it's right now, though. Hmm. It does suggest here that something in your emotional world needs honest acknowledgement right now, here, water signs. You might be facing a relationship or a personal decision that might feel overwhelming. But yet, avoidance here, though, won't bring clarity because the love is here. It does indicate an important choice, because while the Two of Swords shows hesitation here, perhaps you fear of making the wrong move or wrong choice here for somebody. But with the Hermit showing up like this, it's about your inner wisdom. Might be obscured or external influences could be clouding your judgment right now, water signs. But the Ace of One Cups here reversed like this. Come on, say. It points to emotional blockage. Maybe you're feeling that aren't being fully expressed or received right now. It seems like the heart and the mind need alignment before action is taken here. You need the heart. It's like the mind and the heart has to be in agreement to make this decision, it seems like, or choice. Because somebody's feeling torn between holding on and letting go. Because sometimes stepping back, though, water sign, it helps. Okay? But withdrawing too much, it can lead to stagnation here. You need to listen to what your gut feeling's telling you here, water signs, okay? Because it seems like in the past there, somebody here with this star card, it does represent hope, emotional uncertainty, and Somebody could have stalled some form of plans here because for somebody here, it does represent with the star optimism, healing, and a guiding light. Perhaps a time when you held on to hope or saw inspiration in the past. But somebody here, with this page of cups here showing up reverse, it does indicate emotional immaturity because somebody was very immature in the past and it caused disappointment or difficulty in expressing your feelings. You maybe have even missed out an opportunity in love or creativity in the past because for somebody here, it seems like where you had hope for something, but emotionally uncertainty and hesitation, it could have prevented you from having a full progress in the past year. Maybe you were waiting for clarity or struggling to take action on an opportunity. Mm, and it could have shown here that you've been very unrealistic. It could have caused some sadness. Somebody was procrastinating in the past from offering their cup. Okay, this is somebody who's getting a lot of attention, but was holding back, suppressing their emotions. Some of you right now, though, it seems like this relationship that somebody was stuck between, it looks like your past was shaped by hope and aspiration here. But it seems like there was a lot of emotional uncertainty going on here, water signs, and indecision may have kept things from fully materializing because you was being so indecisive. But the star does suggest that you believed in something deeply, and it could have even been a fellow water sign. They may have Aquarius in the chart or fire in the chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But for somebody here, though, the star does suggest that you believed in something deeply, perhaps a dream, a person, or a path forward. You did dream about this in the past. Okay. But the Page of Cups reversed like this, it does hint at emotional confusion here in the past or unmet expectations. So somebody didn't meet your expectations in the past. Okay. Maybe there was a moment where emotions were handled with clarity or where something didn't evolve as you hoped here because somebody was being unrealistic. Okay. Somebody made a wise withdrawal in the past because somebody was procrastinating. Hmm. Given where you are now, though, do you see a thread between the past and your decision right now? Because you're facing this today about guarding this decision right now. Sometimes the echoes of old choices here, water signs, or even hesitations, okay, they will inform our present, okay, because somebody's suppressing their emotions. Somebody here is not using their intuition. Somebody's wearing a mask and being false, okay. That what they was doing in the past here, but now they're at a point where they're in some form of denial, okay. Somebody who was lonely, okay, paranoid, was being very reclusive. But there's definitely been some withdrawal. Somebody might need to go within, especially with the Hermit card, okay? It might be necessary or good for you at one point, but the Hermit reverse is telling you that it's time to come back out for some of you, because some of you must have went back in and now it's time for you to come back out. You suppressed your emotions, but now it's time for you to make a decision about a new beginning, okay? It seems like it's taking time for your soul searching and self reflection can be a great thing in moderation, but too much can be damaging right now, water sign, because at some point you do need to draw a line on the things and move forward, okay? Because some of you, things are stagnant right now, okay? You're in a stalemate, things ain't moving forward. Some of you might be feeling shy or apprehensive about being in a social situation, but I'm hearing don't be afraid, okay, to get back out there. But for somebody though, It can indicate that you're avoiding self-reflection completely, as you're afraid of what you'll discover from somebody here. Because if you look inside yourself, it can be an indicator of becoming too fixated with someone or something, or too rigid and restricted in your views right now. Okay, that's for somebody here. Because for some of you right now, some of you could be lonely. Okay, and if you're in a relationship, it could suggest that you may be feeling shut out for rejected by your partner. Hmm. The person I'm speaking to, water sign. It could also indicate that you and your partner are so busy that you have no time to connect. Okay, get together, make a decision. It's causing conflict. This may be leading you to feel lonely even though you are in a relationship. It can also suggest one person could be withdrawing from a relationship where the other is still trying to hold on to it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, excuse me, there is somebody here, right, that is sitting on the fence. Okay, they haven't made a choice or decision of who they want to be with. Okay, and even though somebody might even be withdrawing from the relationship, well, somebody's still holding on. Somebody here needs to make a choice and decision. Okay, because you can see here that it's going to cause a lot of conflict, but someone here is trying to avoid all this here. That's what I'm hearing for somebody here. Okay, somebody here is needs to overcome some emotional uncertainty. Okay, because it seems like they're not sure, even checking with themselves. They're not using their intuition regarding their emotions. They're not going within. Okay, somebody might be feeling left on the shelf, or you may feel that you have missed your window of opportunity to meet someone special. Because for somebody here, it's time for you to start looking for love after being single for a long time. You might need to put aside your fears and put yourself out there again if you recently broken up with your partner. It can be a sign that you want to get back together with your ex for some of you. Hmm. And this is where somebody's suppressing their emotions here. Somebody definitely needs to go within. Okay. Somebody wants to start a new relationship, but they need to be single. Como se? Como se? That's for somebody. Somebody needs to practice journaling, writing down your thoughts, feelings that can bring clarity and help process your emotions right now. Okay? Because somebody here, if they don't do journaling, they might need to do some mindfulness and meditation. Practice mindfulness can help you stay present and reduce anxiety about the unknown, especially when your head's all over the place. Okay? Somebody needs to focus on what you can control instead of dwelling on uncertainty. You need to shift your attention to action within your own power, right? Because somebody might even be seeking support. Some of you might need to talk to a trusted friend, mentor, or professional. You can provide perspective and reassurance for somebody as well here, okay? But for somebody, though, somebody might need to be refraining their thoughts, okay? Instead of seeing uncertainty as a threat, view it as an opportunity for growth and new possibilities. You know what I mean? Because somebody needs to face the fear and do it anyway. Because somebody also needs to develop a routine, create structure in your daily life. And this can provide stability and reduce feelings of unpredictability. Because somebody here who's having to make a choice here, okay, needs to be having their daily life more stable, okay? Because somebody seems to be here, there, everywhere. And somebody needs to recognize when you achieve something, though. Reflect on your past success. That can boost your confidence, especially when someone says, well, I did well in the past. You know what I mean? I might not be where I want to be, but I sure am where I used to be. I moved, okay? Hmm. But for somebody here, though, somebody might need to ground himself. Okay. Take deep breaths, focus on slow, intentional breathing. It'll regulate your nervous system for those who are confused. Should I, shouldn't I? Okay. Somebody might also be having their body awareness. What your body telling you? Some of you might need to stretch, do some light exercise, or engage in progressive muscle relaxation. Okay. Hmm. But for somebody though, in the past there, somebody here, even subconsciously, okay, it seems like with the, especially when you're not using your intuition and with the two of wands there reversed, you got some unrealistic expectation in the past, and that's why you're procrastinating, not making a decision. But with the four of wands here showing up reverse, there is a lack of stability. There's some disrupted harmony. Subconsciously, you know this that's going on in the home or in the relationship or in the working environment. It could be indicate uncertainty in your foundation. Okay, this suggests deep down you may be holding on to stress or obligations that weigh you down here, water signs. Subconsciously, you know this, okay? And it's coming to an end though with the Ten of Wands, okay? Because this is the heavy burden. You're feeling overwhelmed or you're carrying too much responsibility. This suggests that deep down you may be holding on to stress or obligations that weigh you down, like I said, because for somebody here, with the Three of Swords there reversed, some of you could be recovering from heartbreak, so emotional wounds or past pain. It can signal healing, but perhaps a lingering resistance to fully letting go of a home, a marriage, a relationship, because something definitely is coming to an end. Okay? Mm, the person I'm speaking to, you may be carrying emotional or mental weight that disrupts your sense of stability. 'Cause while healing is happening, there might be still be unresolved tension or responsibilities preventing full relief right now because somebody does definitely need to let go, let God. Okay? Because you're carrying other people's burdens that is not even for you to carry here, especially in the home. Okay? Hmm. Deep down, there's emotional weight affecting your sense of stability right now here, water signs. The Four of Wands reverse signals disruption, perhaps in a relationship, your home life. Okay, it points to carrying a heavy burden, whether responsibilities, expectations, or just emotional baggage. Okay, some of you, it was a third party situation that you could be releasing here. Okay, somebody does want forgiveness. Okay, for hurting somebody. Hmm. It might be worth exploring ways to lighten your load, though, here, water signs, by setting boundaries, delegating responsibilities, or for somebody, it could be embracing self compassion. Are you feeling the strain more mentally or emotionally right now, here, water signs? Because sometimes identifying the core weight, it can help in figuring out how to ease it. Because you need to find out the root of your problem. Somebody here could be dealing with the fruit, but they're not dealing with the root. Okay? They're avoiding. That's for somebody, because somebody's in denial. Okay? Because when you pinpoint the deepest source of your strain here, water sign, whether emotional, mental, or even energetic, it becomes easier for you to find ways to lighten your load right now. Given your exploration of energy healing, you might find it helpful, water signs, to tune in to where this weight manifests in your body or your aura. That it's having an effect. Who feels it knows it here, water signs. Okay? Emotional burdens, techniques like journaling, shadow work, or guided meditation can help bring suppressed feelings to the surface here. Okay? For mental strain, though, it should be grounding exercise or structured decisions making process might provide clarity for somebody once you ground yourself. And if it's energetic heaviness, somebody might who can't do anything strenuous or heavyweight maybe you should try Reiki, okay? Or Cosmo energy could be valuable in shifting stagnant energy that you got there that you might need to release. Hmm. Somebody needs to ask themselves though, do you feel like the burden comes more from your past wounds? Or could it be your present responsibilities? Or you just have an uncertainty about the future here? Because, like I said, you have to make a choice, okay? Sometimes just recognizing where the pressure sits brings relief in itself, but you need to find out what the root of your stress is having an effect on you. Hmm. Somebody here, though, pinpointing the root of your emotional way is like untangling a knot. Okay? Once you see where the tension originates, it becomes easier to loosen it. But you need to find out where it is, but you need to go within. Okay? And somebody's avoiding going within or having time out for themselves. But if the burden does stem from past wounds, it might be helpful to explore healing techniques such as shadow work or guided meditation, focus on release. But if it's your present responsibilities right now, here, water sign, somebody needs to be setting boundaries, prioritizing the task, or allowing yourself moments of rest can ease the pressure for somebody right now. Okay? And if uncertainty about your future right now, here, water signs, grounding practices strengthen your intuition. Okay? Hmm. So you need to ground yourself. Go and hug a tree. Because for somebody here who's getting over some hurt or third party situation, the outcome showing here that it does suggest a theme of fulfillment, self reflection, potential setbacks in growth for somebody here. Okay? Because the Ten of Cups is a card of emotional fulfillment, harmony, deep satisfaction. It represents happiness in a relationship, family, or personal achievement. But for somebody, though, you could be at a point here where there's some arguments in the home, disunity going on. Okay? Because judgment here, clarifying this, is to speak about lack of clarity, self doubt. Somebody is avoiding necessary reflection here or going within. It can also indicate hesitation in making important decisions or resisting personal transformation. Somebody is. And somebody here is going through karma. Okay? They're doing the game, they're going through doubt, disappointment. Okay? I'm seeing Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Someone's going to receive some bad news because somebody was being unrealistic. Okay? There could be delays in your progress because someone's lack of focus or missed opportunity in learning, or could even be in a career for some of you. But it may suggest difficulty in applying practical steps towards your goals right now because you haven't made a decision here. Okay? While emotional fulfillment is possible right now here, water signs, there may be inner resistance or uncertainty preventing full alignment with that happiness that you want. Perhaps there's a hesitation in embracing a necessary change or difficulty in grounding aspirations into reality right now. Hmm. Somebody here right now, though, is hesitating to make a first step towards moving forward. Hmm. Wow. Water signs. This spread suggests that happiness and fulfillment are within reach, but something, perhaps self doubt or lack of clarity, is causing hesitation in fully stepping into that joy. Because for some of you, even the Ten of Cups here does show emotional harmony, yet judgment reverse hints that an important realization or transformation might be avoided. Okay? Because the Page of Pentacles reversed, it suggests a delay in practical steps that could help bring stability to the outcome. But somebody here, you're not making a decision. A choice that they have to make. Okay? Because it does feel like the opportunity for something deeply rewarding could take place, but somebody has to make a choice. Okay. Hmm. If it's eternal resistance or external circumstances that are at play here, water signs, it can feel like moving forward is an uphill climb for you. Could be eternal resistance might stem from self doubt, but somebody is fearing change here, or they're carrying too much emotional baggage here. Hmm. And while external factors like a third party could be practical obstacles, it's all about timing issues as well here, water signs. Or some of you, it's the influence of other people here. Okay, that's going to be causing all this. But the key is to separate what you can control from what you can't. Some of you could be addressing eternal blocks because sometimes it often does involve self reflection. Some of you need to use your intuitive for your work or energy healing for some of you. Some of you do might need to practice grounding techniques, releasing limited beliefs for some of you, or even for some of you. Yeah, this tarot card could even be insightful and helpful to somebody. But for external challenges, though, you need to have some form of practical planning here. And patience is important here, water signs, as well as adaptability to make a difference here. Okay? You might have to adapt to the circumstances because there's going to be a change. Okay? Hmm. You need to realize that if one aspect is pulling harder than the other right now, sorry. Okay? Or for some of you, it's with this choice you have to make. Do you feel equally entangled with both of them? You can't make a choice. But sometimes recognizing the dominant force helps with finding the first step forward, though, because somebody is letting go. Some of you, it is a marriage. Some of you, it's a job. Some of you, it's you're letting go of tradition. Okay, secrets are coming out here. Okay, about some form of deception that could have been taking place within a marriage. Hmm, that's for somebody here. Okay, but for somebody though, hmm, the awareness is a strong start to get to know your intuition. Because when both internal resistance and external circumstances feel equally entangled right now, it can be challenging, okay, to find the first step forward for somebody here, especially when they have to choose between two. Hmm. You need to focus though on whichever aspect feels most immediate that can bring some form of clarity to you right now. Because if it if eternal resistance is more pressing, it might help to explore self reflection right now here, water signs, grounding techniques, or intuitive work. Perhaps even revisiting your tarot readings with fresh eyes for some of you. Because if external circumstances feel like the bigger challenge, practical adjustment, patience, and adaptability may provide some form of relief. Okay? Mm. But it would be helpful, though, to explore your strategies for navigating both together, though. That's for somebody. Because somebody could be having the feeling the grass is green on the other side, want the cake and eat it. Okay? Mm. But when it comes, though, to yourself about your feelings, internal and external, sometimes harmonizing internal and external influence can create momentum in unexpected ways. Okay? That's for somebody. But somebody definitely needs to anchor themselves in the present. Okay? Ground yourself. For some of you, might need to do journaling, look over previous tarot insights to see what readings was given you before. But somebody needs energy healing, and it can help clarify emotional blocks as well. Okay? That's for somebody. But somebody definitely needs to choose between two because they're definitely going to get some bad news. Or somebody's going to receive some bad news once somebody makes a choice, okay, regarding the third party situation, what they're going to be putting down. Somebody's going to be receiving bad news, but somebody has to. When it concerns, when somebody makes a choice, somebody's going to feel it. That's for somebody. Let's see what lies beneath all this for water signs, sun, moon, and Venus rising. Must say, somebody needs to use sexual protection because somebody's dealing with somebody who's very promiscuous, sleeps around, hot free for all, sleeps with your man. Pre-warned is pre-armed. Mm-hmm. That's for somebody. All the message here for water signs. What lies beneath all this, where somebody's having to make a choice between two. Somebody could be expecting, could be pregnant, somebody could be expecting a new beginning, okay, in the past, but then there was delayed because somebody was procrastinating. In the present position, somebody's recording. There could be some announcement or somebody's expressing something or revealing something right now because water signs, somebody could be coming towards you with a fake apology. Pre-warned is pre-armed. What other message here for water signs? Because remember water signs, okay? This choice that somebody's making here, definitely somebody's recording, going to be revealing that the game is over because it could have been open from the past. Because somebody here is going to get kicked to the curb here, water signs, okay? Because somebody is expecting a new beginning, so somebody's going to be really letting go of somebody for somebody else because someone's keeping a promise, okay? Somebody could be keeping a promise about a new beginning. Somebody could be keeping a promise about getting pregnant, okay? That's for somebody. What other message here? Because the vibe I'm hearing. When somebody's recording and revealing something here, tell me about it. Yeah, somebody here could be recharging, letting go, clearing your mind. Somebody's definitely getting away and having fun. Okay? That's for somebody. Because when it concerns this game over in the past, somebody could be getting in contact with somebody legal, lawyers, court paperwork going on here. Because there is intimacy. There was mutual respect, unity, and closeness at one time. But somebody's getting kicked to the curb, and it could even be a soulmate, twin flame, friendship. Subconsciously, you know this. Because for somebody here, somebody's being antisocial. Somebody's definitely in your feelings. It could be giving somebody the silent treatment. Somebody feels left out here. Because somebody here is expecting. Somebody needs to slow down, take some you time, get out in nature, especially the feminine energy here, who's gently nurturing, mothering. Some of you are pregnant, but you do have Archangel Michael here protecting you and preventing any harm from taking place. But it's all going to be in divine intervention here, or it could even be divine intervention stepping in here for somebody here. Okay, some of you right now could be getting a divorce. The game's over. Okay, some of you are trying to keep a promise. Okay, when it concerns somebody here who's under pressure, suffering with anxiety, time's running out, they know this. Because in the past somebody was rejected. Time was out. Okay? Because subconsciously somebody was using a love spell here, water signs. And somebody's going through heartbreak. Three of Swords, because there was some shocking news that came through, and it could be regarding the pregnancy. Somebody could have faked news regarding the pregnancy or faked in the past that a child was theirs. Okay, when they got the DNA test, but this was somebody who's trying to put a love spell on you here, water signs. Okay, this is somebody here who is illumination. The truth's coming out. You're going to discover something. You're going to be awakened subconsciously. You know, he was dealing with somebody who was a phony, there was a trickster, he was underneath some form of illusion. Okay, but someone's saying I love you, but they're running. Police station because somebody's fucked up over you. This could be somebody you have a family with, but it was being shady. Okay? So somebody's going to be happily single, doing you, dating, stress free, setting goals, and being career focused. That's for somebody because you was dealing with somebody here who was in some form of fantasy, just being phony. It wasn't being real. There was somebody here who, in the past, could even have faked a pregnancy test. Okay, and it's going to be shocking news to somebody. This could be taking place in the family, so could be hearing news regarding this. Okay, what other message here for water signs do they need to know? Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Yeah, somebody could be moving. It could be shocking news to somebody. Somebody could be a change of residence, or somebody could be moving in with a partner. Because in the past, you got Mercury retrograde. Some of you could have been experiencing electronic issues, communication issues. You need to review everything because for somebody here, subconsciously there was sexuality. Someone's still figuring themselves out about their sexuality right now. But somebody needs to give it time. Okay, everything is in divine timing. Let things flow because somebody's gambling here. There could be problems with addictions, gambling, or somebody's got some bad finances going on. But everything's in divine timing. Somebody definitely could be spying on you, though. Someone's got their eye on you, or you are doing some form of research. Could be regarding pets. Somebody could be getting a new pet, or giving a current pet more love. Somebody needs to, because behind that is honeymoon. There is a honeymoon phase. Somebody could be attending somebody's wedding. It could be abroad for some of you. Some of you could be flying out to somebody's wedding. That's for somebody. So let's see. What other message here for water signs? Someone's definitely moving. Could be moving in with a partner. But for some of you, somebody still subconsciously is trying to still figure yourself out because somebody here is wearing a mask, hiding their true feelings, pretending, deluding, gaslighting. Okay? In the past, you say not today, game's over. You're setting boundaries, you're hurt, you're avoiding conversation, you're not dealing with it because you're still upset. And subconsciously, this is somebody that you're in a higher commitment with, partnership, union, okay? For somebody though, somebody does want to meet and talk with you. This could be somebody here who has some form of addiction or codependent here, okay? But for some of you, somebody's definitely emotionally blocked and not open to receiving love or giving love, okay? At the bottom, you do have ascending. Somebody is learning, expanding, transcending, preparing for a union or a new phase in their life. Because somebody's making more healthy choices here. You're being more happy in your loving life because you're coming out from some heartbreak. You was deeply hurt and sad and feeling lost. Some of you were grieving regarding the breakup because it wasn't enough. Okay? Somebody was lacking self confidence, could have been self sabotage through ego or fear or just out of frustration. Okay? That somebody said enough's enough, but somebody had a wake up call. Okay? That's definitely had a wake up call. Let's see here from the shadow of what they want to tell you here. Because somebody definitely needed to make a choice because something was toxic. It was a destructive relationship. There was a lot of manipulation and gaslighting going on here, water signs. Because in the past, somebody was a late bloomer. There was an age gap, or somebody was very immature. Somebody's attitude was out of sync. Somebody needs more time here because somebody subconsciously knows something's crumbling. What you've been built feels like it's falling apart here, water signs. But it's okay. You have the strength to build anew here because it cuts both ways, good and bad aspects. There's definitely some mixed blessings and division going on here, okay? Because somebody had a brief affair. You need to brace for a sudden ending. It's going to be short but sweet, and it can't last for somebody because somebody was teasing. You was dealing with somebody who was dangling partial truth here, water signs. Somebody was needing after. Somebody was dealing with a shapeshifter. This is somebody here who's going to be exposed because somebody's got a fragile heart. Some of you was too open, okay? You're telling everybody everything, but you're in danger of heartbreak here because somebody's got a fierce temper. Somebody has too many anger issues and dark moods and can be very abusive. This could be somebody here who had this brief affair on being very childish. Someone has to be the adult in the room. Maybe the term should be grow up or get out because somebody's not willing to settle down or be responsible here, water sign. It's time to commit and put down some roots. That's for somebody because somebody is sitting on the fence. Okay? If this resonates with you, water signs, please like, share, subscribe. What other message here for water signs that I need to know? Sun, moon, and Venus rising. What other message for water signs? Yeah, shocking. There's definitely going to be some news that come through that's going to be turmoil, trouble, and it's going to be unexpected, and it could be to do with your home and your family and your security right now here. The game's over for somebody because subconsciously, this divine masculine here, wow, is in a commitment, marriage, promises, fidelity. Somebody's expecting a new beginning by somebody's coming towards them to commit in marriage. Okay. This is somebody here who's got emotional blocks though, because somebody is spying on social network, looking for information or weighing. Somebody is okay. Mm, somebody's expecting, and when somebody's expecting, they're gonna follow with marriage. Whole picket fence for somebody. Any other message here for Pisces? Let's see what love here for Pisces. Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Yeah, sometimes I imagine how my life with you would feel, somebody saying. And someone saying, I will be there by your side when you're ready. And someone saying, I can't stop thinking about your beauty. And I am hopeful that we will unite again. And someone saying, I can't stop thinking about what we had. And I want to reach out to you. And someone saying, I had a crush on you from the very start. And at the bottom, my emotions for you are running deep, somebody here. So I've got a lot of love for you here. Okay? Or you could be carrying a lot of love for somebody here, water signs. Okay? But let's see the naked truth here. What do they want to tell you here with the naked truth? This is for water signs, sun, moon, and Venus rising. I'm going to put a ring on it when the time is right. See? It's coming. And I can't stop thinking about you. I'm seeing the synchronicities and it's driving me insane. And I fucked up, I know. I don't know what to say to you or how to make this right, somebody wants to say. And this was the hard lesson I needed to learn about or control, someone saying. This could be somebody in your family as well, okay? I'm sorry I put my career before you. I'm trying to get out of debt. I'm willing to put in the time and effort now because I don't want to lose you. So somebody was putting the work before the relationship here as well for somebody. And someone's saying I've been putting in the front. My life is not what it seems on the outside. And at the bottom, I look at my phone every day hoping I will see a message from you. Because this could be somebody you're not even speaking to right now here, water signs. Okay? If this resonates with you, water signs, please like, share, subscribe. Let's see if anybody's sending you the evil eye. What evil eye they're sending you here for water signs, sun, moon, and Venus rising. You need to seek someone though to perform or learn a card cutting ritual. This could be with an ex of yours or a relationship has ended that you need to part from. Some of you could be getting the evil eye from Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn for some of you. We have this in the chart. Some of you causing you to act out of character and be irrational in your emotions and your mood swings. So some of you are experiencing mood swings and out of character, and it's not really you, and you really wouldn't say or do something like that, it's because someone's sending you the evil eye. There's some of you is a business rival that can't stand your grind or your hustle. For some of you, say Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. But somebody here needs to keep a protection pouch on with you all the time here, okay? Because somebody's sending you the evil eye. You need to protect yourself, not just physically, but spiritually. hmm Unintentional. They don't realize that they send you the evil eye through the words or the actions right now here. But for somebody though, somebody is their own worst enemy. It seems like you cause most of the problems or most of the bad things that happen to yourself right now. And that's some of you, it's because you won't make a decision or a choice. Because somebody is hating on your creativeness and your ideas right now here, water signs. Okay? This is a hater. Okay? Let's see. Who could it be that's in your environment hating on you right now? This is for water signs, sun, moon, and Venus rising. Who could be in your energy that's hating on you? Somebody may have a beauty mark here, okay? Somebody could wear a beard, okay? That could be hating on you, sending negative energy. Some of you, it's somebody who could be Hispanic or Latino, For some of you, somebody who likes to have fun color with their hair. And there's somebody here who might have wavy hair. Okay. Some of you water signs. It's somebody who could be Asian. Some of you, the person might have piercings. And for somebody, they could be younger than you. Okay. Or some of you, the person's maturer than you. But they could have dark skin. Okay. And for some of you, they could have short hair. At the bottom, though, you definitely could be dealing with a practitioner who's sending the evil eye towards you. Somebody could be experiencing skin condition. You may have black hair. That's for somebody. If this resonates with you, water signs, please like, share, subscribe. Any other message here for water signs that they need to know? Sun, moon, and Venus rising. This is from the spirit message for water signs. What do they need to know? Let go of the old and make way for the new. You may find yourself being distracted by random thoughts, fears, or doubts. Don't allow yourself to be governed by them. Simply observe and choose to take aligned action and choices. Like I said, somebody needs to make a choice, okay? And you need to let go of the old so that you can make way for the new. Focus your mindset on what you can control instead of what you can't. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thought pattern so that you can attract abundance into your life. You are what you believe here, water signs. And for somebody, it's time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and all it will bring. What energy and emotions you put out comes back to you with a little conscious effort on your part. That happy ending can and will be yours. You need to believe that though, water sign, because at the bottom though, it is time to hit the reset button, clear out the old so that the room is available for the new to enter. You need to trust that better things are coming fast, dear water signs. You need to prepare to move to the next phase of your life. This is your rebirth. Welcome this beautiful brand new energy. You've got this. That's if somebody was sitting on the fence and couldn't make a decision, I think you've got the answer from spirit that you need to let go of your old for something new. Let go of the past for something new to come in because somebody's trying to build a new house with old bricks. If this resonates with you, water signs, please like, share, subscribe. I send you love and light. Namaste.